Hey guys, I thought I'd talk a little bit about sovereign AI and sort of what are the reasons behind countries making massive investments nowadays in sovereign AI capability. I guess the question is, why doesn't, there's a few global household names that exist, of course, ChatGPT, OpenAI, there's Grok, there's Gemini from Google, there's Claude, Anthropic. There's a few of these out there. Why doesn't everyone just use all that stuff? Why is there this huge investment in sovereign AI capability? And there's a few reasons for that. The first is context. It's really important for any large language model or related artificial intelligence investment to accommodate the context that's relevant to the sorts of applications that are being used at a domestic levels. For example, the UAE at the moment in the Middle East, and of course the language that everyone speaks is Arabic. And the way the culture operates is in some cases similar, but in other cases vastly different to the rest of the world. So it makes sense for people in this region to invest, and they have, in artificial intelligence capability to accommodate local context. The second is innovation, and I think this is so important, is that if you put the infrastructure in place, then that fosters an economic environment where people want to get trained, they develop skills, they work in education facilities to pass on their expertise to others. Investors come along, startups get created, etc., etc., etc. It all drives productivity investment. It also makes the local market one that's appealing for outside investment. So that's innovation. The third big one is control. And I've spoken separately about artificial intelligence. Think about artificial intelligence as being either oil or water. Oil, something that's heavily controlled and distributed carefully. Water is something that's free flowing, less controlled, more innovation, easier to get access to. The key point being that, for industries like critical infrastructure, like government, like financial services, healthcare, education, any of those areas, it's important to establish trust with the public that governments invest in capability that can be trusted, can be understood, that can be well governed, to ensure it behaves in the way that people expect. And of course, this requires human judgment, which is great. That's exactly what we expect. We don't want artificial intelligence to be out of control. But it's also something that, again, makes sense for the sovereign states to consider and take into account very carefully themselves, not just rely on some other countries' agenda in terms of the way that they think about it and adopt it. So there are the three drivers. One, the idea of innovation. Second, the one idea of control, and the other idea associated with context, language, cultural styles, etc. I hope that helps. I love this stuff. Please join me on this journey.